3 years. 1,000 days. That's how long Jake Riley dreamed of Brooklyn, of his wife's smile, his kids' chaos. But dreams lie. Sometimes war starts at home. The brownstone was perfect, too perfect. The clipped hedges, the vanilla candles, felt staged, a set hiding rot. Then the silence. Wrong, prickling his skin. Upstairs, the truth waited. Behind that door, his world would shatter. A soldier knows enemies, but how to fight when the enemy shares your bed? When love is betrayal, loyalty a lie, homecoming is ambush. Jake Riley was about to learn some battles are deadlier than war. Jake Riley inhaled, crisp autumn air filling his lungs, pine from a neighbor's forgotten wreath. Duffel bag heavy on his shoulder, grounding him. 3 years gone, yet here, same spot, time stretched and collapsed. Homecoming. 1,000 days since home. Kids. Sarah's warmth. Each step closer to what he craved during deployment. Gravel crunched under boots, echoing in Brooklyn's stillness. 2-story brownstone, fixture in dreams. Late sun cast shadows across manicured lawn, ethereal glow, stark contrast to war's arid landscapes. Nothing amiss. White trim pristine, flower beds vibrant, Sarah's touch. Towering maple, tire swing for Leo. Soccer ball forgotten near steps, smile tugged his lips. Video calls, Leo's footwork, son's excitement. Now, subtle signs of time. Garden shed weathered, his paint job undone. Butterfly bush wild, purple blossoms spilling, Delia's pride, letters of updates, butterfly drawings. Memories tumbled. Planned return, surprise for family, commanding officer expedited transport. Leo, almost 6th grade, taller. Delia, shy smile, careful script-filling pages. Movement next door. Mrs. Rodriguez, neighbor, fixture, kid's helper, recoiled from window. Something unsettled him. War instincts whispered warning even in civilian life. Jake climbed porch steps, fingers skimming railing. Day, Leo lost tooth, sliding down, Sarah's arms, tearful son, Jake wiping blood, laughter suppressed. Simpler times, marriage unshakable. Reached for keys, hesitated. House unnervingly silent, stillness wrong. SUV in driveway, Sarah's sleek car gone. Activities, surprise focus, hadn't called. Wanted joy firsthand. Lock clicked, door creaked, repairs promised before deployment. Sunlight filtered curtains, muted patterns on hardwood. Duffel bag down, movements quiet, military discipline. Something off. Familiar leather, vanilla, coffee, but something else. Foreign, shift in air, prickle down spine. Hello? Whisper. Anyone home? Silence. Noise upstairs. Faint but distinct. Bedroom. Muscles tensed, reflexes primed, patrolling hostile zones. House occupied, unanswered. Steps up staircase, measured, deliberate. Sound clearer, rhythmic creaking, muffled voices. Grip on banister tightened, knuckles white. 14 steps, counted each night, checking on kids. Each step closer to inevitable truth. Mind refused to process. Hallway stretched. Photographs. life once known. Leo's first trophy, Delia's recital, vacations by sea. Echoes of past suddenly belonging to someone else. Bedroom door ajar, sliver of light, sounds leaving no doubt. Frozen, world fracturing. Firefights, explosions, sleepless nights. Nothing prepared him. Heart twisted violently, breath refused to leave lungs. Battlefield followed him home. Hand trembled near doorknob, hovering like executioner's blade. Weight of unseen force held him back. New. Crossed threshold, no return. Single motion cleaving life in two, before and after. Day of deployment. Door yielded, swinging open, sight burned into mind. Seen surgical cruelty, each detail carving memory. Sarah, wife, mother, life built with, entwined with another man in their bed. Stranger loomed, face turned, oblivious. Sarah, unmistakable, eyes fluttered shut, lips parted, pleasure nothing to do with him. Same expression, wedding night, newborn son, now belonged to someone else. Betrayal gleamed in light filtering through half-drawn blinds, ones they picked together before last tour. Wedding photo on wall, silent spectator to violation. Perfume bottle anniversary gift, watch on nightstand, not his. Moment shattered something deep, immovable, pillar of being reduced to dust. Pulse roared, drowning world, hammering heartbeat, truth striking like killing blow. Not one-time mistake, not lapse. Ease occupying space, his space. Told real story, happening over and over. Life parallel to his own, he nothing more than absence. Footnote. Words ripped out. What the hell is this? Voice low, steady, controlled quiet, soldiers snapping to attention. Warning before detonation. Sarah's eyes snapped open, body stiffening. Man froze, scrambled, twisted, terror. Barely registered details. Neatly styled hair, clean-shaven, expensive watch, soft, untested man. Panicked words spilled, bolted upright, clutching sheets. She said you weren't out. Jake's voice cut through, blade cold, absolute. Man obeyed, scooping clothes, fleeing, bare feet slapping floor. Front door slammed, finality of gunshot, punctuation mark to death of marriage. Sarah moved slowly, drawing sheets around her. Dark hair tousled, lips swollen, another man's touch. Look she gave him turned stomach. Detached, indifferent. No guilt, no regret, mild annoyance. You're early, as if dinner ahead of schedule. Voice no apology, no shame. Simple statement. I wasn't expecting you until next week. Cold certainty settled, solidifying iron inside. Years combat, trained to read people, recognize threats, ally from enemy. Woman before him no longer wife, adversary, true face shown. How long? Sarah sighed, more inconvenienced than ashamed, reached for robe. Silk one he sent from overseas. Cruelty twisted deep. Does it matter? Voice no evasion. Command of man leading soldiers to war, expecting truth, brutal or not. Slid robe over shoulders, tying belt, slow deliberation. On and off since you left. Admitted, tone disturbingly casual. Damien's not the first, won't be the last. Smoothed fabric, discussing weather, expression void of remorse. Did you really think I'd just sit here, devoted military wife, while you ran off played hero? Each word's scalpel, dissecting practiced precision. 12 years, knew where to cut. The kids? Voice barely his. Mind raced to Leo, Delia. They're with friends, answered dismissively, smoothing crease robe. I'm not stupid, Jake. Make sure they're not around when I have company. Company? Word acid. That's what you call this? Company in our bed? Home where our children sleep? Rolled eyes. Don't be dramatic. Moved to vanity, adjusting hair in mirror, amusement evident. What did you expect, really? Spend my life waiting, tragic war widow, while you played soldier across the world? Turn to face him, smirk. I have needs, Jake. Husband puts military above family, doesn't meet them. Jake stepped forward, measured intent, hands clenched, knuckles white. Storm raged inside, uncontrollable urge, outlet. Something break, shatter beneath fury. Kids, Sarah. We have children. Voice dangerously low, restrained anger. Family, vows, meant something. Still matter? Just empty words? Sarah let out sharp laugh, brittle, jagged, broken glass. Oh, come on, Jake. Not picture-perfect story. Devoted wife waits forever for valiant soldier. You walked away 3 years, left us behind. Ever consider what I needed? What I wanted? Words hit like punch. Wasn't finished. Did any of that cross mind when you eagerly signed up for another deployment? Serving my country, Sarah. Snapped, restraint fraying. Every day over there. For you, for kids. Protect you. Life you deserved. Rolled eyes. Expression undisguised disdain. Save noble act for someone who cares? Turn to face him fully, gaze cold contempt. You didn't choose us, Jake. Chose military. Put being soldier above husband, father. Guess what? I made my own choices, too. I'll keep making them. Stepped closer, voice cruel amusement. Let's get one thing straight. I'll be with whoever I want, whenever I want, under this roof. Bothers you? Do something about it. Smirk widened, slow, deliberate. Go ahead, file for divorce. Words cut deep before he could fire back, leaned in, venomous whisper. But if you do, you'll never see Leo, Delia again. Threat struck harder than any wound, breath hitched, body tensing. You wouldn't. Smile sharpened. Try me. Satisfaction dripped from words. Achilles' heel struck, relishing power. Who do you think courts will side with? Mother been here every single day raising them? Or absent father left them behind? Man with PTSD temper? All I have to do is say word, Jake. Air thickened, walls pressing in. Trap, carefully laid snare. Not outburst, calculated maneuver. Planned this, maybe not moment, but setting stage, holding all cards. They're my children, too. Voice rough, strained. Are they? Head tilted, smirk mocking. From where I'm standing, I'm only real parent they have. While you played hero, I was here. School, sick nights, homework. You breeze in every few years, presents, war stories. Think that makes you father? Every word direct hit, precisely where hurt most. Beyond pain, something colder, sharper took root. Clarity. Woman before him, not woman he loved. Maybe never had been. You're wrong? Voice steady now, tempered steel beneath surface. Same voice led men into battle, expected truth no matter how brutal. About everything, especially kids. They know who truly loves them. Who's really sacrificed for them? Briefest moment, something flickered across face, uncertainty buried beneath mask arrogance. Believe whatever helps you sleep at night. Just remember, push me, never see them again. Turned, strode to bathroom. Taking shower. When I come out, conversation over. You'll be sleeping guest room from now on. Pause doorway, glancing back, smirk. Just so we're clear, this is my house too. I'll do what I want, when I want, whoever I want. Door clicked shut. Running water filled suffocating silence. Motionless, staring at wreckage. Shared life, bed, twisted sheets, foreign clothes strewn, scent of cologne poisoning air. Survived war zones, enemy fire, impossible odds. Nothing prepared him for this. Greatest battle not on foreign soil, right here. Home. Worse, children's well-being leverage in Sarah's twisted game. Turned to window, neighborhood dreamed of returning to. Pristine houses, trimmed lawns, illusion, facade hiding rot. Mrs. Rodriguez's curtains drawn. Had she seen? Anyone noticed absence? Children solace in another home while mother desecrated family? Shower faded background. Mind shifted tactical assessment. Sarah believed one, threats powerless. Grave miscalculation. Underestimated him. Faced war, loss, hardship, impossible situations. Learned patience, strategy, knew enemies' weaknesses. Sarah thought held power, about to learn how wrong. Confrontation demanded foresight, intelligence, planning, patience, wait for precise moment act. Glance at phone, time, kids home soon, Leo soccer practice, Delia afternoon at Emma's. Last vestiges of purity in tainted home. Braved gunfire, explosions for them. Photos in war, voices precious calls. Shower hummed. Sarah washing away betrayal. Grip on phone tightened. Plan took shape. Wanted game, used children leverage. About to learn some opponents never underestimated. Front door creaked open downstairs. Hurried steps. Dad? Dad, you really here? Leo's voice rang out, deeper than remembered. Unmistakably Son's. Sliced through storm of thoughts, grounding him. Steadying breath. Forced back fury. Grief. Children needed him now more than ever. Presence. Strength. Up here, buddy. Called out, stepping to stairs. Voice calm, giving nothing away. I'm home. Leo appeared foot of staircase, soccer cleats still on, practice bag discarded at door, 10 years old, lanky limbs, uncontainable energy, face pure joy. Chest ached, how much grown. Softness, childhood faded, young man emerging. Dad! Bolted upstairs, 2 at time, throwing himself into arms with unwavering trust only child possessed. Caught him effortlessly, holding close, heavier, taller. Smelled grass, sweat, sun. Everything good, worth protecting. Moment believed nothing changed. World hadn't shattered just down hall. Missed you so much. Leo murmured against chest, voice thick emotion. Coach says I'm getting really good defense, just like you taught me before you left. Still practice drills from letters. Missed you too, buddy. Voice rough, leaned back, studying Son's face. Dark hair, little long, blue eyes mirroring his, freckles nose, sun. Look at you. You're huge now. Bet tallest in class. Leo straightened pride. Yeah, even taller than Maxwell Stone. Used to be biggest. Enthusiasm bubbled. Coach says I might make travel team next season. Training every day, even rain. That's incredible, son. Ruffled hair, marveling determination. Drive he recognized in himself. Can't wait to see you play. Tell me all about your team. Before Leo could answer, shower shut off. Sound crashed reality back, felt shift in son's posture. Slightest tensing frame, flickered joy giving way guarded. Where's Mom? Voice softer now, eyes darting toward master bedroom. Did you surprise her too? Innocent question hit like blow. How much Leo noticed. Understood? She's in shower. Evenly. Hey, why don't you go wash up too? Want to hear all about school, soccer, but let's get you fresh clothes first. Nodded eagerly, though gaze lingered closed bedroom door. Okay. Delia should be home soon too. She's going to be so excited. Keeps all your letters special box by bed, even envelopes. Says they still smell like you. Swallowed hard. Sweet, observant Delia. Noticed everything. Said so little. How much pieced together. How much Sarah's choices hurt her. Go on. Get changed. Pulled him in for quick hug. I'll be right here. As Leo disappeared into room, master bedroom door creaked open. Sarah stepped out, fully dressed, composed. Every trace betrayal rinsed away. Damp hair clung to skin, face flushed from heat water. Casual outfit, picture normalcy. Eyes met across hallway, silent battle line drawn, wordless challenge exchanged. Before either spoke, front door opened again. Soft footsteps entryway, quiet, shaky breath, small but weighted emotion. Delia stood foot of staircase, clutching backpack tightly, knuckles white. 8 years old, still small, Jake's blue eyes, Sarah's dark hair, neatly braided. Gaze fixed on him, wide, unblinking, as if looking away might make him disappear. Hey there, princess. Voice wavered slightly, descended stairs, each step closer to daughter. Unlike Leo's exuberant greeting, Delia approached cautiously, deliberate movements. Never let eyes leave his. Hesitation evident every step. Backpack slipped, forgotten, finally closed distance. Wrapped arms around him, embrace light, uncertain, afraid vanish if held too tightly. Kneeling, pulled her close, breathing familiar strawberry shampoo. Slight tremor, small frame. Missed you so much, Daddy, murmured against neck. Wrote you another letter yesterday. Didn't know you'd be here to read it yourself. Missed you too, sweetheart. Whispered gently, fingers through hair, noticing how much longer. Soft curls, early years given way smooth waves, like mothers. More than words can say. Quiet presence lingered behind them. Sarah, just out of sight, not mind, sensed watching. Delia must have felt too, tensed slightly, small hands gripping shirt tighter. Mom? Voice dropped hesitant whisper. Did you know Dad was coming home today? It was a surprise for all of us, Sarah responded, tone measured, warm. Perfect, loving mother, unwavering spouse. Same voice used earlier, threatened to take children away. Why don't you put your things away, honey? Continued smoothly. Your dad must be exhausted from his trip. Delia hesitated, loosening hold, glancing between parents, expression knowing quality far beyond years, awareness from observation, unspoken words, quiet moments saying more than should. "Can I show you my room first?" asked, voice soft but hopeful. "I changed everything, just like I told you in letters. Emma's mom helped pick out new curtains, put up all pictures you sent me. I'd love that, princess." Took her hand, ignoring Sarah's stare. All mattered in moment, cautious but genuine smile spreading across Delia's face. "Lead the way." Delia's room different. Bubblegum pink walls. Childhood replaced soft lavender hue. Photos, drawings neatly arranged, images immediately recognized. Scenes from deployment. Sunsets, distant deserts, historic buildings, candid shots unit. Every picture carefully selected, leaving out harsh, unsettling. "I saved everything you sent me," Delia said, moved to desk, lifting lid wooden box. Collection letters, photos, trinkets from travels. "Even flower you pressed from country really long name can't say. Miss Williams, new teacher, helped me find it map when I brought it for show and tell." Sat edge of bed, watching delicately handle each item. Each memory precious, fragile, beautiful, deeply heartbreaking way gathered every piece of him she could hold on to. Other kids thought it was really cool. Continued, excitement building. Tobias Jennings said his dad only brings him stuff from gas stations when he visits. "But I have things all over world." Words struck hard, unexpected, heavy. "Visits?" Carefully, Delia's fingers stilled over letters. "Parents are divorced," explained quietly, gaze dropping. "Only sees Dad every other weekend now. Lot of kids in my class divorced parents. Say it's not that bad once you get used to it." Weight in voice a child shouldn't carry. Preparing herself, gathering information, understanding what it meant if own family fell apart. Sharp ache, twisted chest. "Delia." "Dad," Leo's voice rang doorway. "Come see my room too. I saved all patches you sent me. Got new soccer posters." Stopped abruptly, sensing shift atmosphere. "Everything okay?" Forced smile. "Everything's fine, buddy. Your sister just showing me her collection. How about you give me tour your room next, then we can all have dinner together." "Actually," Sarah's voice cut in hallway, presence commanding attention. Children turned toward her. "Dinner might take little longer. Wasn't planning on cooking for 4 tonight." "We could order pizza?" Leo suggested excitedly. "To celebrate Dad being home." "Chinese is better," Sarah countered, tone leaving no room negotiation. "I'll call usual place." Without word, disappeared down hall, leaving uneasy silence. Watched Delia, Leo exchange look. Fleeting moment, understanding between siblings learned read mother's moods, navigate shifting tides household. Jaw tightened, kept voice light. "Why don't you both tell me about school while we wait for dinner?" Forcing warmth tone. "I want to hear everything." With children curled up beside him on Delia's bed, unshakable determination settled deep within. Sarah might believe held power, threats enough keep him line, failed understand something fundamental. Time in military instilled it, etched bones. Soldier does not abandon his own. These two, son, daughter, more than responsibility. Entire world moving through life unprotected. Priceless. Fight for them with everything. Calling upon every skill mastered combat. Downstairs, Sarah's voice carried, placing order dinner. Maintaining facade, perfect suburban mother. Barely registered words. Mind already working, planning next steps, analyzing strengths, weaknesses. Thought could use children leverage. about to realize such weapon could just as easily turn against her. Dining table once symbolized warmth, gathering place meals, school projects, late-night talks. Now, helping Delia arrange plates, utensils, felt like preparing strategic engagement. Every fork, knife placed precision, each motion deliberate, under Sarah's keen scrutiny kitchen doorway. Chopsticks go on right. Corrected, voice forced pleasantness tightening jaw. Delia, sweetie, that's not quite right. Noticed daughter falter, small hands hesitantly repositioning chopsticks. Leaned in close, quiet reassurance. Looks perfect, princess. Murmured smile. Tell me about art project you mentioned last letter. Spark excitement returned to Delia's eyes. We're making dioramas different ecosystems. I picked rainforest because... Cut herself off as Sarah strode into room, takeout bag's arms. Leo! Sarah called toward stairs, tone sharp beneath polished surface. Dinner's ready, and wash hands properly this time. Moment later, rushing water followed Leo's hurried footsteps. Damp hair suggested hasty rinse, fresh clothes effort comply. Noted Wei Sun's gaze flicked between parents before deliberately choosing seat beside him, distancing himself from Sarah. Got all your favorites, Sarah announced, unpacking containers. Though, who knows, maybe your tastes have changed, Jake. Subtle dig unnoticed. Refused react. Focused settling Delia chair. It all looks great. Thanks for picking it up. Sarah took seat head table, positioning herself monitor Jake, control conversation flow. Well, remarked artificial smile. It's not every day my husband decides show up early without warning. Dad, can you come to my soccer game Saturday? Leo interjected, sensing tension. We're playing Hawks, best league. Coach says I might start defender. Before Jake could respond, Sarah smoothly cut in. Actually, sweetheart, Saturday might not work. Your father and I have things to discuss regarding his return. Maybe another weekend. Met Sun's pleading gaze, shook head certainty. Saturday is perfect, buddy. Wouldn't miss it for anything. Tone unwavering, turned attention back Sarah. Nothing's more important than being there for my kids. Expression cold, voice remained syrupy sweet. Of course, family first. Isn't that right, Jake? Let words hang, adding pointedly, though sometimes other priorities seem come first. Leo spoke up unexpectedly, young voice steady, firm. Mom, Dad was serving our country. That's important too. Heavy silence fell over the table. Watched Sarah's expression shift, startled, then something darker, before smoothed features' careful mask. Of course, sweetheart, replied lightly, passing sweet and sour chicken. Just meant it's nice have him home now. Turning Delia. And stop playing with your food. Delia, carefully arranging rice neat patterns, startled reprimand. Chopsticks slip from fingers. Sorry, whispered, dropping gaze. Placed reassuring hand back. It's fine, princess. Tell me about school. You mentioned poetry contest? Delia hesitated, eyes darting toward mother before speaking. I won first place. Mrs. Rodriguez helped me practice after school, said. My poem reminded her one's husband used right before he passed away. Kept tone neutral, alarm bells ringing. That was kind of her. Sarah's voice turned sharp. Yes, wasn't it though? I do wish she'd spend more time her own affairs instead meddling ours. She's nice, Leo defended quickly. Lets me practice soccer her backyard. Stopped abruptly, stuffing bite-rice mouth as if said too much, frowned. When what, buddy? Caught way both children seemed shrink under mother's pointed stare. Delia answered quietly. When Mom has her work friends over. Without lifting eyes plate. Unspoken weight settled room, thick tension. Felt jaw tighten before could speak. Sarah broke silence, bright yet hollow laugh. Isn't it funny how people office just assume they're all my friends? Mused, gaze flickering toward Jake, unmistakable warning. Damien, for example, been such big help with kids. Remember Damien, don't you, Delia? Asked, eyes narrowing slightly. Daughter's shoulders stiffened, fingers tightening around fork. Yeah, muttered barely whisper. He tried help me with math once. He wasn't very patient, not like Dad. Sarah let out sharp breath, smirk curling lips. Well, not everyone's trained military discipline, though I'm sure kind structure useful when you're away years at time. Mom, stop, Leo interjected, voice uncertain but firm. Dad's here now. Can we just be happy about that? Chest ached at rawness son's plea. Reached over, squeezing shoulder reassuringly, feeling tension still wound tight beneath touch. You're absolutely right, buddy. Voice steady. Let's focus good things, like your sister's poetry competition. Delia, would you share your poem with me after dinner? Flicker excitement lit Delia's face before hesitation crept in. I keep it in my special box, admitted softly. One where I keep all your letters. Before could respond, Sarah cut in smoothly. Speaking of letters, I really hope you're not planning another deployment anytime soon. Kids have had enough growing up through written words. Met gaze head on, unwavering. Actually, I've been offered position training facility at base. It's local. No more overseas tours. Charged silence filled space. Both children snapped heads up, hope flashing across faces. Sarah's carefully composed expression faltered moment before schooled back something measured, calculating. You didn't mention this in your calls, voice clipped. Recent opportunity, want to tell you all in person, explained, turning back children, whose excitement barely contained. Means I'll be home every night. I'll make it your games, Leo. Help with your projects, Delia. Really, Delia's voice barely audible, laced disbelief. You won't have leave again? Really, Princess, assured her. I'm here stay. Sarah's smile tight, overly sweet. Well, we'll have figure out logistics, of course. There's lot consider. Expression didn't waver. Only thing truly matters is making sure our kids have both parents fully present their lives. Wouldn't you agree, Sarah? Gazes locked, challenge in words unmistakable across table. Children sat motionless, instincts attuned battle playing out subtle barbs, measured words, parents. Long pause. Sarah exhaled, forced smile. Of course, said smoothly. Family first, always. Now, who's ready for dessert? I picked up those almond cookies you both love. Rose clear plates. Noticed both children released breath hadn't realized holding. Met Leo's eyes, winked, rewarded rare, genuine smile. Dad? Delia's voice quiet, almost hesitant. Can I read my poem to you now, before dessert? Absolutely, Princess, said rising feet. From kitchen, sharp clatter cabinet doors signaled Sarah's irritation. Movements pointed, deliberate. Delia hurried upstairs. As soon as gone, Leo leaned in. She wrote it about you, whispered. Mom was really mad when she won competition with it. Wouldn't even go ceremony. Exhaled slowly. Another piece puzzle falling place. Imagine now. Delia pouring emotions page, Sarah resenting public declaration loyalty to father absent. How many moments missed? Hurried footsteps signaled Delia's return. Held carefully folded sheet paper, edges worn from frequent handling. "Whenever you're ready, princess," or said gently, deliberately tuning out cabinet doors still shutting unnecessary force background. Delia smoothed paper table, steadying breath before began read. Voice started soft, uncertain. Each line grew strength, confidence. Spoke vast deserts, far-away dreams. Letters carried wind, whispered prayers before bed. Words simple, childlike, yet carried weight pressed deep chest, leaving eyes damp. Finished. Room hushed silence. Even Sarah stopped moving, caught, despite herself, raw, aching beauty daughter's words. "That was incredible, sweetheart," murmured, opening arms without hesitation. Delia rushed into them, pressing face against chest. "I knew you'd come back," whispered. "I knew you wouldn't leave us forever. Not like Tobias's dad did." Felt iron resolve voice, quiet certainty woven through words. Sarah believed held all control, veiled threats, precise manipulations reinforcing illusion dominance, overlooked fundamental truth. Unbreakable bond, father and children, built love, strengthened sacrifice, impervious mere intimidation. As if sensing unspoken defiance, Sarah's voice cut through moment. "Time for dessert, Delia. Put that away. Your father doesn't need reminders how long he's been gone." Paid no mind. Pulled daughter closer as Leo instinctively leaned side, silent show solidarity. Let Sarah play games. Returned, wasn't leaving, no matter what took. Fight for children. This battle just beginning. Evening stretched out. Taut wire quivering unspoken words. Threatening snap. After dessert, remained table, helping kids' homework while acutely aware Sarah's presence, moved about house. From kitchen, spoke hushed tones, phone, laughter brittle, unnatural. Delia's hands trembled over math problem sound. "Here, princess," murmured, voice steady, warm, guided through difficult equation. "Remember video call? One step at time, like mission plan." Delia's grip pencil relaxed slightly. Small nod, whispering, "Step by step, like building fortress, brick by brick." Across table, Leo glanced up social studies book. "Dad used to say that about soccer, too. Defense only works if break down other teams' attack." Quiet pride swelled chest. Lessons worked so hard in part. Strategy, perseverance, resilience, taken root. Never imagined need those lessons just endure own home. "Exactly," said, keeping tone even as Sarah's hollow laughter rang out again. "Every challenge has solution if you work through it carefully. Speaking of which, how's history project going?" Leo's expression darkened. "It's okay. Damien tried help last week, but kept saying I was doing it wrong. Mrs. Rodriguez showed me better research sources instead." "Oh, did she now?" Sarah's voice sliced air as entered room, phone still hand. "I told you not bother neighbor's schoolwork." "Mrs. Rodriguez offered." Delia defended quietly, eyes worksheet. "Said she misses teaching since she retired." Sarah's lips thinned. "She should mind her own business. It's late. Time for bed." Caught flicker unease both children's eyes. "How about I handle bedtime tonight?" Offered lightly. "I've missed our routines." Sarah hesitated, smile tight, unreadable. "Fine, but don't take too long. You and I still need discuss your sudden return." Kids packed away books careful precision, movements cautious, measured, learned how navigate tension in house, followed them upstairs, observing how effortlessly moved sync. Two soldiers' silent alliance, bonded hardships never should have endured. Delia's bedtime first, clutched book sent from overseas. Story courageous girl never lost hope. As settled chair beside bed, curled against him, just like before deployment. "Will you be here tomorrow night too?" asked softly when story ended, weight question pressed against him. "Every night, princess," assured her, smoothing dark hair from face. "I took training position, remember? No more deployments." Twisted fingers blanket. "But Mom said," hesitated, teeth sinking lip, stomach tightened. "What did she say, sweetheart?" Delia swallowed hard. "Told us not get too attached, because you might leave again. Said soldiers always pick army over their families." Words hit like blow, refused, let them shake resolve. "Your mom is wrong. I took this job so I could be here with you and Leo. Nothing matters more to me than being your dad." Searched face, blue eyes so much like his, full doubt, fragile hope. "Promise?" "I promise." Sealed vow kiss forehead. "Now get some sleep. I love you, princess." "Love you too, Daddy." Next, Leo's room. Already bed, clearly waiting. Warm glow bedside lamp casting long shadows across soccer posters lining walls. "Dad?" Voice steady as sat beside him. "I need tell you something." Met son's serious gaze. "What is it, buddy?" Sat up, young face resolute, shadowed something deeper dim light. "I know about Mom's so-called friends. Men she sneaks in when assumes we aren't paying attention. Damien's just one them." Kept expression neutral, jaw tightened. "How long has this been happening?" Hesitated, shifting uncomfortably. "Few months after you left. At first, just called them colleagues. Said stopping by dinner. But one day, got home early practice. Saw for myself." Voice wavered, frustration, humiliation evident. "None of this is your fault." Voice firm, placed reassuring hand shoulder. "Not single part of it." Swallowed, glancing away. "I try keep Delia out of it." Admitted near whisper. "Whenever Mom has someone over, I take her to Mrs. Rodriguez's. She sees everything from window, so she understands. She's been helping." Mix pride, sorrow, settled chest. 10-year-old son taken on responsibilities no child should bear, shielding little sister from mother's choices. "You did right thing," assured him. "You looked after her when I couldn't, but I'm here now. That's my job. You don't have do this alone anymore." Met gaze, expression serious beyond years. "Are you and Mom getting divorced?" Wasn't expecting directness question. Recognized tactical thinking behind it. Same mindset encouraged Leo soccer field. "Tobias says it's not too bad once you adjust. His dad got own place close by, even got design own room." Exhaled slowly. "I don't have all answers yet," admitted. "But I can promise you this. No matter what happens, I'll always be here for you, Delia. No more deployments, no more missing my games or school events." Asked pointedly. "No more missing anything." Vowed, nodded, small frame relaxing slightly. "Okay." After pause, added hushed voice. "Just don't let Mom push you out. Sometimes when she thinks we aren't listening, she talks about how she could make you leave if she wanted to." Mind shifted strategy mode, cataloging new piece intel. Grip on shoulder tightened. "No one's taking you or your sister away from me. That's a promise. Now get some sleep. You've got practice tomorrow, right? Yeah. Hesitated, then reached out, grip father's hand. I'm really glad you're back. Me too, buddy. Me too. Downstairs, found Sarah living room, sitting stiffly couch, queen preparing past judgment. Mask devoted mother gone, replaced something far more calculating. We need boundaries, announced. Starting where you'll be sleeping. Guest room set up. Remained standing. I overheard your phone call earlier, making plans for tomorrow. Eyes narrowed. My personal life is none of your business. You forfeited that right when you chose duty over family. Kids know, Sarah, stated simply. Briefest moment, saw flicker uncertainty before masked it. They're just kids, scoffed. Believe whatever I tell them. Right now they see mother gracious enough allow their absent father back into home he abandoned. Let out sharp breath, incredulous. Is that story you're spinning? While I was out serving, providing for this family, you were turning this house into something else entirely. Shot feet, eyes flashing. Don't you dare judge me. You have no idea what it's like being both parents while you played hero overseas. I deserve happiness, Jake. I deserve pleasure. If you don't like how I find it, you know where door is. Studied her, tilting head. And if I leave, you'll make sure I never see kids again. You've made threat clear. But you overlooked one thing, Sarah. Folded arms. Oh? And what's that? Stepped closer, gaze unwavering. I'm a soldier. I've spent years assessing threats, gathering intelligence, planning next move. Fleeting second, confidence wavered. Are you threatening me? Not at all, replied smoothly. Just reminding you some battles aren't worth fighting. Turned toward stairs. I'll take guest room like you suggested. Wouldn't want make things uncomfortable your guests. Sarah's voice followed him. This is still my house. I'll do as I please. Paused top stairs, glanced back. You know first rule strategy. Never underestimate your opponent. Good night. Alone guest room, sat edge bed. Instincts honed years, training kicking in. Processed everything. Threats, secrets, unexpected allies like Mrs. Rodriguez. Every detail another piece battle plan, requiring precise execution. Pulling out phone, started searching surveillance equipment suppliers. If Sarah wanted play games, make sure had irrefutable proof every move made. Thought held control, thought held all cards. Wrong. About to learn some opponents became most dangerous when cornered. No way out. Delicate melody drifted dimly lit house. Delia's music box. Gift from Jake during last deployment. Soft tune wove silence. Lingering reminder, all he fought shield. Children deserved home untouched poison seeped lives. Needed father fight for them everything. Sat desk, meticulously strategizing next move. Calculated precision once applied military operations. Sarah made crucial misstep, showing hand before fully fortifying position. Now it was his turn. Let her believe upper hand. Real battle only begun. Outside electronic store, reviewed checklist one last time. Years, training ingrained necessity, thorough reconnaissance, right tools, detailed plan made all difference. After 3 days careful observation, tracking Sarah's patterns, finally ready execute countermeasure. Phone vibrated. Message Mrs. Rodriguez. She left again. Blue sedan. Same man from Tuesday. Appreciate update. Texted back. Mrs. Rodriguez, elderly neighbor, unwittingly become invaluable source intelligence. 2 days earlier, revealing conversation over tea. I should have spoken up sooner, admitted, frail hands trembling, wrapped around cup. But without proof, would have been nothing more than gossip. You've done plenty, reassured her. You looked out for my kids when I couldn't, exhaled heavily. That Leo of yours, he's sharp, just like you. Every time that Damien fellow shows up, he brings his sister here, says they're playing soccer. But I see what he's really doing, standing by my window, watching house. Jaw tightened. How often does Damien visit? Twice, sometimes 3 times a week, always when she thinks kids are preoccupied. But he's not only one. Mrs. Rodriguez's gaze darkened. She doesn't even bother hiding it anymore, parades them right through your house, past your children's pictures, like they mean nothing. Inhaled slowly, steadying himself. Would you testify to what you've seen? Didn't hesitate. Absolutely. I've kept logs. Dates, times, descriptions. My late husband was detective. He always said, "Write everything down." I have 3 years' worth of records. Any divorce lawyer would have field day. Conversation given Jake first true advantage. Now, standing electronic store counter, ready take next step. Can I help you? Young cashier looked up from screen. I need high-end hidden cameras, said. Continuous recording, at least 12 hours. Night vision, crystal clear footage. Cashier raised eyebrow. Yeah, we've got few models. Show me everything. Cut in. Price doesn't matter. 20 minutes later, walked out top-of-line surveillance equipment. High-resolution cameras, motion sensors, enough storage capture every second Sarah's deception. Irony wasn't lost on him. Once relied reconnaissance tools war zones, now deploying them battlefield-own home. Loaded gear car, phone buzzed again. Leo's name flashed screen. Mom says she has late meeting. Can you pick us up from practice? Grip tightened around device. Late meeting becomes Sarah's default excuse, convincing no one but those refused see truth. Of course, buddy, I'll be there 5:30. Drive home, interrupted incoming call. Sarah. Tapped screen, activating recording function installed day before. Jake? Purred, voice sickly sweet. I hope you don't mind keeping kids tonight. Something's come up at work. You mean Damien came up? Replied before could stop himself. Sharp intake breath, then composed. I've told you before, my personal life is none of your business. Unless you want me making those calls we discussed. Empty threats, Sarah. You won't risk anything exposes your own actions. Is that so? Laugh icy. Let's see how courts react when I tell them your PTSD makes you danger to own children. Let's see how they feel about father they think his kids fear. Voice low, unwavering. Kids know exactly who they should be afraid of, and it's not me. You're playing dangerous game. Warned. I hold all cards here. As pulled driveway, gaze settled fresh tire tracks gravel. Ones didn't match either vehicles. You keep using that word. Muttered, tone-edged quiet determination. I don't think it means what you think it means. Silence stretched line, then scoff. Quoting movies now? How adorable. Be home by 5, watch kids. I'll be working late. Call ended before could say word. Sat motionless car, turning brief conversation over mind. Every exchange Sarah only further confirmed what already knew. Operated through coercion, subtlety-wrapped veneer parental concern. This time, made mistake. Believed would remain passive as always. Stepped onto porch, door swung open, revealing Delia's eager face. Daddy, you're home early? Hey, sweetheart. scooped her arms, breathing familiar strawberry shampoo. "No school today, half day," explained, tugging him inside. "Mom had meetings, so Mrs. Rodriguez stayed with me until you got here." Took subtle shifts living room, wine glass freshly rinsed, set aside, jacket missing coat rack, pieces fell place. Sarah used free afternoon for company. "Did you eat lunch?" Keeping voice even. "Mrs. Rodriguez made grilled cheese." Replied. Then hesitated, lowering voice. "She told me let you know that Mom's friend left hour ago." Felt slow burn chest. Daughter delivered message so effortlessly. "One with red sports car." Nodded. "Thank you for telling me, sweetheart." Brushed hair back, smiled. "Why don't you get started on homework while I handle few things upstairs?" Watched him carefully. "Are you putting up cameras?" Paused, turned face her. "What makes you ask that?" "I heard Mom talking last night," admitted, fidgeting hem shirt. "She thinks you're up to something. Says if you try catch her doing bad stuff, she'll make you leave." Knelt her level, meeting wide eyes. "Nobody is making me leave, sweetheart. I promised you, remember? But Mom says," voice calm but firm, "I'm staying, and I'll make sure you, Leo, are safe, happy. That's my job." Wrapped arms around neck. "I keep track of things sometimes," whispered. "When Mom has friends over, I pretend read my room. But really, I write everything in my diary. Mrs. Rodriguez showed me how." Sharp mix, sorrow, admiration filled chest. Children learn to be watchful. Lessons never should have needed. "That was very smart," said gently. "But you don't have to do that anymore. Let me handle it, okay?" Nodded against shoulder. "Are you going catch Mom, like on your missions?" "Something like that." Smoothed hair. "But right now I need lookout while I check something upstairs. Think you can help?" Delia straightened, nodding determination. "I'll sit by my window. If Mom comes home, I'll play my music box so you hear it." "Good plan, princess." Kissed forehead before heading upstairs bag. Master bedroom still felt foreign. Set aside emotion, focusing task. Installed cameras, hostile environments before. No different. Every angle precise. Every blind spot eliminated. One camera blended seamlessly among family photos dresser. Another, equipped night vision, nestled between book's shelf opposite bed. Third, covered doorway. As worked, eyes cataloged details. Lingerie draped over bed. Expensive perfume bottle, unfamiliar hymn. More signs Sarah moved on every way but legally. Phone buzzed. Message from Leo. "Coach said I'm starting Saturday's game. You're still coming, right?" "Wouldn't miss it for anything, buddy." Grip on phone tightened. This why doing all of it. Children deserved father wasn't trapped Sarah's manipulations. Could be there for them. Soft melody drifted upstairs. Delia's signal. Moving quickly, secured last camera, packed away gear. By time, Sarah's key scraped lock, temporary room, laptop open, feeds streaming. "I thought you had meetings all day." Delia's voice floated up. "Plans change, sweetheart," Sarah said smoothly. "Where's your father?" "In his room. He's helping me with school project." Later smiled daughter's flawless execution. Game begun. Possessed all qualities elite intelligence operative. With luck, after ordeal, never have used those skills again. Laptop flickered life, revealing series crisp high-def camera feeds, monitoring master bedroom. First step counterattack begun. now had endure most difficult part. Waiting. Sarah soon exposed true nature. Operation Motion, 3 days after installing surveillance equipment, finally received first damning footage. Seated temporary room, watched as Damien, face now matched name, entered master bedroom with Sarah. Comfortable familiarity clear, far from first meeting. "Your husband's been poking around neighborhood," Damien remarked, loosening tie. "That meddling hag Mrs. Rodriguez really needs new hobby," Sarah scoffed, reaching for him. "Jake can investigate all he wants. Without solid proof, it's just his word against mine," added, voice dripping smug confidence. "And if he does manage find something, he won't." Chuckled coldly. Even if he did, one well-placed phone call about his PTSD, erratic behavior, would be enough, make any judge think twice about giving him custody. "Now shut up and kiss me." Jaw tightened as watched them collapse onto what used to be his bed. Seen enough. Sharp click, cut feed, filed footage away, growing stack evidence. 3 days monitoring already exposed 4 different men. Damien among them, along enough incriminating conversations make case undeniable. Documentation interrupted quiet knock door. "Dad?" Leo's voice hesitantly hallway. "Can I come in?" "Of course, buddy." Quickly shut laptop. "What's on your mind?" Stepped room, soccer uniform still streaked dirt practice. Expression serious, all too familiar look boy forced grow up too quickly. "Mom's friend is here again." "I know." Padded spot beside him. "You doing okay?" "Yeah, it's just..." Hesitated before sitting down. Heavy sigh. "Tobias was wondering if you could give us ride practice tomorrow. His dad canceled again." "Of course I can." Studied son, sensing more mind. "But that's not really what's bothering you, is it?" Bit lip before finally saying, "I heard Mom phone earlier. She was talking about leaving, taking us somewhere you couldn't find us." Felt blood run cold. Voice remained steady. "That's not going to happen." "But what if she tries?" Voice wavered. "What if..." Turned fully toward him. "You remember what I taught you about playing defense soccer?" "Yeah." "Why do we study other team? You said knowledge is power. That's how we learn their plays, formations." "Exactly." Nodded. "That's what I'm doing now. Your mom thinks she can threaten us, but she's forgetting one crucial thing." "What's that?" "I've spent my life learning how protect what matters. How strategize, prepare, execute successful plan." Placed reassuring hand shoulder. "I won't let her take you away." Some worry Leo's posture eased. "Is that why you put up cameras? Delia told me she's been helping you watch." "So your sister mentioned that, huh?" Made mental note talk, Delia operational security. "Less you two know, better. Focus on school, soccer, looking out for each other. Let me handle everything else." "Like military mission?" "Something like that." Ruffled son's hair. "Now, how about we work on your defense before dinner?" Leo's eyes brightened briefly before dimming again. "Mom said she has work late tomorrow. Won't be at game." "Her loss." Stood, held out hand. "Come on, show me what your coach has been teaching you." As made way downstairs, past master bedroom, muffled sounds filtered through closed door. Leo's steps quickened, face flushing mix anger, embarrassment, placed firm hand shoulder, steering him toward backyard. "Focus on what you can control," reminded him. "Everything else just background noise." Halfway through practicing corner kicks, Delia appeared back door. Dad, there's woman front door asking for you. She says she's from your lawyer's office. Exchanged look with Leo. Stay here with your sister. I'll handle it. Waiting foyer stood well-dressed woman, composed professional air. Mr. Riley, I'm Abigail Pierce from Smith & Associates. You reached out regarding custody case? Yes, replied. Though I wasn't expecting. Let's step outside. Suggested, flicking pointed glance toward staircase. Footsteps shuffled above. Once reached porch, Abigail wasted no time. Your neighbor, Mrs. Rodriguez, contacted our office. Inclined head. I've been gathering proof, videos, audio recordings, statements, witnesses, text messages, phone logs. Good. You're going to need every piece of it. Abigail's tone firm. Continued. Mrs. Rodriguez also mentioned that your wife is planning use PTSD accusations against you, push you out children's lives. Exhaled sharply. Sarah knows exactly what she's doing. She's using kids as pawns, making it clear that if I try leave, she'll make sure never see them again. Classic manipulation. Abigail pulled business card from pocket, handed him. I don't usually make house calls, but Mrs. Rodriguez is old friend. She told me about your children, how they're being affected. I want help. Studied her, skepticism flickering across features. Why? Because I've seen too many fathers lose their kids. Those who don't secure enough evidence before taking action usually end up losing side. Examined firm's name card, respected law office, known handling complex custody battles. What's your advice? Keep documenting everything, but ensure it's legally obtained. If it's inadmissible, court won't do you any good, and be careful. Women like your wife become unpredictable when they feel cornered. Eyes narrowed. Speaking from personal experience? Abigail's lips pressed tight line. Let's just say I've seen this scenario unfold too many times. Checked watch. Have get back office, but call me when you're ready, proceed. And Mr. Riley, write down everything, every threat, every incident involving your children, every suspicious interaction. More we compile, stronger your case will be. After left, lingered porch, flipping card between fingers. Laughter drifted backyard. Leo, Delia's voices, reminder what was online. Phone buzzed, message from Mrs. Rodriguez. Blue sedan parked around corner. Your wife's friend is trying be discreet. Quickly typed back, thanks, before pulling up surveillance feed. Footage revealed Damien slipping out back door, while another man approached front. Upstairs, Sarah peered through bedroom window, expression smug. Getting sloppy, Sarah. Muttered, saving recording, arrogance becoming advantage. Each video, overheard conversation, questionable interaction, another step securing children's safety. Sudden slam door snapped focus back. Footsteps rushed toward him. Dad! Delia's voice wavered urgency. Mom's friend just walked through backyard. He saw us. It's okay, sweetheart. Wrapped arm around her, feeling slight tremble frame. Where's your brother? Here, Leo answered, jaw tight. That guy walked right past us like we didn't even exist. Stomach clenched. Did he say anything? No, but he smirked. Leo's fists curled. Like he thought it was funny. Kept voice steady despite surge protectiveness flaring inside. Go inside, both of you. Get started homework. I'll take care of this. Only after safely inside did pull out phone, add new entry growing evidence log. Damien exited through backyard, witnessed by both children, direct contact with minors, showed disregard for their emotional well-being. Upstairs, creak master bedroom door signaled another visitor. Sarah's voice, syrupy, practiced, greeted them. Phone stayed recording, capturing every sound, exchange. More proof inevitable legal battle ahead. Fight escalated. Ready. Saturday morning. Air crisp. Perfect Leo's soccer match. Sat kitchen table, reviewing last night's footage while kids ate breakfast. 3 different visitors one evening. New record underscored Sarah's growing carelessness. "Dad?" Leo's voice cut through concentration. "You're still coming my game, right?" Shut laptop. "Wouldn't miss it world, buddy." Hesitated. "It's my first time starting as defender. Big deal." Delia stirred cereal absent-mindedly. "Mom said she might come too." Leo scowled. "She was on phone with Damien earlier. I heard her laughing." Pushed down frustration, keeping voice even. "Don't worry about that, bud. Just focus on your game. That's all matters today." Nodded, eager shift gears. "Team we're playing is undefeated. Coach says if we can hold them just 2 goals, it'll be win." Ruffled son's hair. "Then let's go show them what you've got." Settled then. Reached over, ruffling hair grin. "You remember what I taught you about reading opponents' movement? Watch their lead footwork." "Yeah," Leo responded without missing beat. "It'll show where they're about cut before they make move." "Exactly. Keep that mind." Words cut short as kitchen door swung open. Sarah entered, dressed attire far too elegant casual Saturday morning. "Morning, my loves," said brightly, making way coffee machine. Barely looked them before adding, "Leo, sweetheart, I hate say this, but I won't be able make it your game today." Leo blinked, posture going rigid. "Something came up work." "But it's Saturday," Delia pointed out softly. Slight edge tone betraying disapproval. Sarah hardly spared glance. "Business doesn't take days off, darling. But your dad will be there, and that should be enough, right?" Noticed subtle slump Leo's shoulders, flickered disappointment quickly masked nonchalant. "Yeah, that's fine. Dad actually understands soccer anyway." Sarah's eyes narrowed. "And what's that supposed mean?" "Nothing," muttered before abruptly pushing back chair. "I need get my gear together." "Sit back down, Leo." Tone hardened, leaving no room argument. "We're not finished. Your attitude has been unacceptable lately, and I won't tolerate disrespect." "Let it go, Sarah." Cut in, voice calm but firm. "He's got big game ahead of him." Let out brittle laugh. "Of course defend him. You always do, playing perfect parent, making sure they see you as hero while I get cast villain. That's all on you," replied evenly. "Leo, go get ready. Delia, help him find his lucky socks." Children wasted no time leaving tension-filled room. Silence between parents thickening once gone. Sarah's gaze darkened, voice dropping something colder. "You think you're so clever, pretending be devoted father, slowly turning them against me. But don't forget, I can ruin you. One word about your PTSD, about how unstable you've been since you came back." Cut her off smoothly. "Is that why you're all dressed up? Off meet your lawyer friend?" Hand halfway lips with coffee cup hesitated just slightly. "What are you talking about?" "Damian Ramsey, Harvard graduate, specializes family law." Watched quiet satisfaction as color drained from face. "You really should be more careful where you leave his business card." Fingers tightened around cup. "You've been going through my things?" "Just doing some research of my own." Stacked breakfast dishes, deliberate ease. "Like discovering that Damien is married. 3 kids. I wonder how his wife would feel about his extracurricular activities." Sarah's expression shifted shock calculation. "You wouldn't dare." "Wouldn't I?" Turned fully face her. voice calm but laced warning. You're not only one who knows how play this game, Sarah. Difference is, I have proof. Her breath hitched. Proof of what? Everything. Let wait words settle between them. Every meeting, every call, every threat you've made about taking kids from me. Technology is a remarkable thing, isn't it? Scoffed, voice wavered. You're bluffing. Want test that theory? Leaned in slightly. Maybe we should call Damien. Let him take look some footage. I'm sure his wife would be very interested seeing his starring role our bedroom. Face flushed, composure slipping for first time. You son of a... Mom? Both turned sharply, see Delia standing doorway, small but perceptive. Your friend is outside. One with red car. Flicker something guilt, panic, strategy passed over face before forced tight smile. Thank you, sweetheart. Mommy has go work now. Have fun at your brother's game. Grabbed purse, left. Perfume lingering alongside cooling scent abandoned coffee. Delia hesitated before speaking again. She's not really going work, is she? Knelt meet eyes, voice gentle. No, princess, she's not. But that's not something you need worry about. Bit lip, then pulled something from pocket. I wrote down his license plate number. Mrs. Rodriguez says that's important information. Took scrap paper, heart aching at quiet efficiency 8-year-old. Thank you, sweetheart. But no more spy work, okay? Let's just focus on cheering for your brother today. Nodded, slipping small hand his. Okay, Dad? Dad, I can't find my lucky socks. Leo's voice rang out upstairs, frustration evident. Second drawer, behind shin guards. Called back, relieved be dealing something simple as missing socks for change. Turned daughter, knowing look. Come on, Delia. Let's help your brother before he tears whole room apart. As climbed stairs, phone buzzed message. Glanced screen. Mrs. Rodriguez sent picture. Sarah sliding into sleek red sports car. License plate clearly visible. Another piece puzzle. Before could dwell on it, another notification popped up. This time message, Abigail Pierce. Got your email latest footage. This is exactly what we need. Keep it coming. But be careful. Women like her can be dangerous when backed into corner. Slipped phone pocket just as arrived Leo's room, where son frantically rifling through dresser. Found them! Delia announced triumphantly, pulling socks from exactly where said they'd be. Leo let out breath relief, grabbing them. You're the best. Then after brief hesitation, looked up father. Dad, if we lose today, you won't be mad, right? Expression softened. Never. Wrapped both children hug. I'll always be proud of you, no matter what. As children held on to him, resolve only strengthened. Let Sarah weave web deception, play mind games, issue veiled threats. Had something far more powerful. Truth. And more importantly, children. Upstairs, surveillance equipment continued recording, capturing latest proof Sarah's duplicity. Sooner or later realize underestimated opponent, but now soccer match attend. Afternoon, Leo's team clinched 2-1 victory closing moments. Son's defensive play secured win. Celebration home, however, abruptly cut short as stepped through front door. Found Sarah kitchen. Wasn't alone. Damien stood beside her, attempt appearing composed undone slightly rumpled clothes. Leo froze doorway, clutching trophy tightly. Mom? Voice small. Why is he here? Sarah smoothed front blouse, masking discomfort. Damien just stopped by discuss some legal matters. replied breezily. How was game, sweetheart? We won, said, voice flat. Not that you'd care. Damien cleared throat awkwardly. Maybe I should leave. Yes, said, tone cool but firm. You should. Sarah stiffened. Don't take that tone with me in my own house. Snapped. Damien is here as my legal representative. He has every right. Let out dry chuckle. Is that what we're calling it now? Funny. I didn't realize legal consultations required that much personal contact. Damien's face darkened. Now listen. Get out. Interrupted, stepping forward. Military stance unmistakable. Before I send your wife video proof your legal discussions. Words hit mark. Grabbed coat, briefcase rush, nearly knocking over chair haste leave. Front door slammed behind him, leaving heavy silence air. Sarah's face twisted fury. You're spying on me? In our own home? Small voice cut through tension. Dad? Delia peered up at him hopeful. We won game. Don't you want hear about it? Eyes stayed Sarah. Of course, sweetheart. Why don't you and your brother put your things away first? Then we'll celebrate properly. As children disappeared upstairs, mask Sarah been wearing finally cracked, anger sharpening something far more dangerous. You think you're clever, with your little recordings, empty threats. Hissed. But you've made grave mistake, Jake. Filming someone without their consent, that's illegal. Met gaze without flinching. Not here. Not in this state. Not when it's my property. And not when I have reasonable suspicion criminal activity. Scoffed, voice wavered. Criminal? You think having relationships is crime? Maybe you should take good look yourself. Voice remained steady. Keep talking, Sarah. Every word, every veiled threat, every attempt manipulation, just more evidence custody hearing. Eyes narrowed, anger darkening something even more dangerous. What custody hearing? One that's coming. Replied without hesitation. Did you really think I'd stand by, let you keep dragging our kids through your mess? Sarah took step closer, voice dropping venomous whisper. Let me make something clear. Those children are mine. I raised them while you played hero overseas, and all it takes is one word from me. One call, right, people. Mention your PTSD, your obsession with surveillance, your aggressive tendencies, and you'll never see them again. Didn't even blink. You mean way you bring strange men around them? How you spend your days, your legal counsel while they're school? How you manipulate them just like you manipulate everyone else? Sarah rolled eyes. Don't be dramatic. Don't be dramatic? Voice edged anger. You're threatening take my children away from me. For what? Because I finally came home? Sarah let out sharp, bitter laugh. You really think you're only one building case? I have proof too. Your PTSD meds, your security cameras, your controlling behavior. One call, right, Judge. Judge Martinez has already been called. New voice interrupted. Mrs. Rodriguez stood doorway, phone raised. And I've been recording everything. Care hear yourself threatening father your children, Sarah? Face twisted fury. You nosy old hag! Lunged but caught wrist before could get close. Voice low. Dangerous. Don't. Half neighborhood willing testify against you. Don't add assault charges. Sarah's eyes darted around as realization set in. You planned this? The cameras, witnesses, recordings? Nodded. I learned strategy military. How gather intelligence. How build airtight case. But honestly, you made it easy. Your arrogance, your belief you were untouchable. You did most work for me. Hands clenched fists. I'll fight you. I'll tell everyone you're dangerous, unstable. Mrs. Rodriguez smirked. With what proof? Prescription bottles you stole? Because my security cameras caught you taking them. Amazing what right angles can capture. Sarah whirled on Jake. You bugged whole house? Let go arm. Just places where you conducted your affairs, where you betrayed our marriage, where you endangered our children, where you plotted erase me from their lives. Dad? Delia's voice drifted top stairs. Is it safe come down? Sarah flinched as if struck. Simple question. Unraveled, carefully maintained composure. Crumpled onto couch. Grip control slipping through fingers. Voice barely whisper when finally spoke. What do you want? Expression remained unreadable as delivered verdict. Tomorrow, you'll receive divorce papers. Along with them, custody agreement. Full custody goes to me. Words sent chill racing through her. You can't take my children from me, protested, desperation creeping tone. You already lost us. Leo's voice cut through tension. Stood staircase, gaze unwavering. Every time you chose your parties over us, every time you locked us upstairs so you could have your fun, every time you threatened to take us away from Dad. Sarah turned toward Son, truly seeing him for first time. Pain, resentment, betrayal inflicted. All. Leo, sweetheart, you don't understand. No, he interrupted, voice firm, sure. We understand just fine, and we choose Dad. Words hit like physical blow, knocking breath from lungs. Gaze darted around room, seeking ally. Remained unmoved. Mrs. Rodriguez's phone kept recording. Leo stood ground, unshaken. Please. Elena forced herself stand, hands clenching around purse. This isn't over. You'll be hearing from my lawyers. Mrs. Rodriguez tilted head, voice laced amusement. Oh, you mean Damien? I sent his wife footage about hour ago. I have feeling he's about have own divorce handle. Sarah's face twisted fury. Without word, bolted door, slamming it behind her. Through window, watched car swerve recklessly around corner, tires screeching hasty escape. Hesitant voice stares broke silence. Dad? Delia stood there, uncertainty wide eyes. Is it over now? Almost, Princess. Reassured her, holding arms open. Without hesitation, both children rushed him, clinging tightly as if anchoring themselves safety. Just one more step, then we start over, just us. Mrs. Rodriguez slipped out quietly, leaving them moment. Wrapped arms protectively around children, feeling trust, love, relief. Nightmare finally ending. Upstairs, cameras continued recording, capturing last pieces, evidence ensure safety. Thoughts already ahead, focused, rebuilding, healing, creating stable home children deserved. Sarah played games, made threats, treated children leverage personal war, underestimated man nothing left lose, everything protect. Hand hovered over upload button. Military training at odds unwavering sense justice. Screen, carefully compiled video awaited. Damning collection footage exposing Sarah who truly was. Abigail Pierce's warning echoed mind. Are you absolutely sure about this? Once it's out there, there's no going back. Response firm. She forfeited right privacy moment she put our children danger. This isn't about me. It's about choices she made as mother. Alone temporary bedroom, while children slept, finalized details. Footage revealed everything: string affairs, cruelty toward kids, threats use PTSD against him. Every clip carefully edited protect children's identities while laying bare truth. Soft knock pulled attention away. "Dad?" Leo's voice quiet, uncertain. "Can I come in?" Quickly minimized video. "Of course, buddy. What's on your mind?" Hesitated doorway, clad pajamas making him look small despite gravity expression. "I heard Mom phone earlier," admitted. She was talking another lawyer, not Damien. Someone new. Muscles tensed. "What did she say?" "She's planning something," fidgeted Shirt. "She said she's going to take us tomorrow. While you're at your VA appointment, I heard her mention plane tickets." Jaw tightened. Anticipated might make desperate move, now had confirmation. "Thank you for telling me, son," said evenly. "She won't get chance." Hesitated again before asking. "Are you going to use videos?" Eyes narrowed slightly. "How do you know about that?" "Delia saw you editing them yesterday," admitted. "She said you're going show people what Mom's really like." Studied son carefully, searching fear, reluctance, found neither, only quiet understanding. "Yeah," said finally. "That's plan. How do you feel about it?" Exhaled slowly, thinking, then perched edge bed. "I think people should know," said simply. "Tobias says secrets make everything worse. His dad tried to hide his new girlfriend, and when everyone found out, it hurt even more. This will change things." Warned. "Once videos are out, people will talk. Your friends might hear about it." "They already talk," murmured. "Everyone knows Mom brings people over. Mrs. Patterson from next door told all soccer moms. At least this way they'll see you're doing something about it." Flicker movement hallway caught attention. Delia stood frozen place, unicorn nightgown swaying slightly as clutched diary against chest. "I want people know too," whispered. "Mom acts kind when others are around, but it's all lie. She forces us hide things, pretend." Opened arms. Without hesitation, both children moved into comforting embrace. "You're both so courageous." Voice firm, yet gentle. "But are you prepared for what comes next? People will talk. They'll have questions." "We're ready," Leo stated certainty. "Right, Delia?" Nodded, pressing face chest. "Mrs. Rodriguez says telling truth sets you free, just like my poem about caged bird." Held them tighter, drawing strength from determination. "All right," murmured, resolve solidifying. "Just remember, none of this is your fault. Mom's behavior is her responsibility." Continued. "She's one accountable, not you." "We understand, Dad," assured him. "You always talk about responsibility, like in your letters, about military leadership." Sudden noise downstairs made them all freeze. Sarah's voice rang house, followed unmistakable sound male laughter. Wasn't even trying to conceal it anymore. Exhaled sharply. "Time for bed, both of you." Once children safely tucked in, returned laptop. Commotion below grown louder. Sarah, companion intoxicated, words slurred, careless. Finger hovered upload button. Phone vibrated. Message from Abigail. "Got your note about flight plans. Emergency custody hearing set for 9:00 a.m. Don't upload anything yet. Wait for my signal." "Understood," replied, slipping familiar mindset military precision. "Target is downstairs, getting reckless." "Good. Capture everything. More proof, better." Switching surveillance feed, watched cameras recorded every damning detail. Sarah, latest fling stumbling through house, voice dripping disdain as mocked clueless husband. Then without hesitation, disappeared master bedroom. Another buzz, this time from Mrs. Rodriguez. Saw everything from my window. I have video them arriving, staggering up walkway. Timestamp aligns your footage. Appreciate it. Kids safe, but Sarah plans take them tomorrow. Reply came instantly. Over my dead body. Already contacted Judge Martinez. He wasn't thrilled about late call, but considering circumstances. Grim smile tugged lips. Sarah thought control, could snatch kids before facing consequences. About learn hard way this battle already lost, before even realized had begun. Cameras kept rolling, documenting every incriminating moment. In few short hours, truth come crashing down. Carefully constructed illusion devoted mother, wronged wife crumble under weight irrefutable evidence. Checked files one last time. Documents organized, videos compiled. Each step meticulously prepared. Sarah's reign deception over. Not quiet retreat, resounding crash. Courthouse corridor buzzed quiet tension. Sat stiffly hard wooden bench, flanked children. Abigail Pierce stood few feet away, scrolling tablet while keeping vigilant eye entrance. Arrived early, knowing Sarah might try make move before hearing. "You doing all right, buddy?" asked, noticing Leo's restless leg bouncing. "Yeah." Straight and tie, own idea, wanting look serious judge. "Just wondering what Mom's going try this time." "Whatever it is, we're prepared," Abigail assured him. Judge Martinez already reviewed evidence. He's not happy about her attempted escape plan. Delia's quiet voice interrupted. "She's here." Sarah strode courthouse, radiating confidence, moved as if entering high-stakes business meeting rather than custody battle. Designer suit, carefully styled hair, none-masked tension eyes, slight tremor hands as clutched luxury briefcase. "Well, isn't this charming?" Voice dripping feigned sweetness. "Already poisoning my own children against me?" "Mom," and Leo's tone flat. "We're here because your decisions, not Dad's." Briefest moment, mask cracked. "Sweetheart, you don't understand." "I understand perfectly." Interrupted. "So does Delia. That's why we're here." Before could respond, another voice cut through tension. "Mrs. Eastwood? Moment?" Julia, Damien's wife, stood few feet away. Own attorney beside her, gaze sharp, unforgiving. Sarah's shoulders tensed. "This isn't time." "Oh no, I think this moment is perfect," Julia interjected, tone laced malice. "Right before you walk into court, prove you're fit mother? While balancing affairs multiple married men, including my husband?" For first time, Sarah's meticulously crafted composure wavered. "Julia, I can Don't waste your breath." Julia cut her off again, smile razor sharp. "I just thought you should know that Damien won't be representing you today. He has own legal matters deal with. His divorce." Right on cue, courthouse doors creaked open, revealing procession women. Each clutching phone, tablet. Faces set quiet determination. Sarah's head snapped toward Jake, fury flashing eyes. "What hell is this? What did you do?" "Nothing yet," replied evenly. "But day is not over." "Riley Eastwood custody case?" Court clerk called from entrance. "Judge Martinez is ready." Courtroom felt tighter than expected. Enclosed space, thick tension. Bench sat Judge Martinez, veteran family law, weary expression man witnessed too many shattered families. Abigail stepped forward, voice steady, resolute. Your Honor, we're requesting emergency modification custody due Mrs. Eastwood's ongoing reckless behavior, significant evidence suggesting intent to flee with children. Sarah's attorney, Reynolds, sprang feet, sharp features rigid outrage. This is preposterous. My client is devoted mother, unfairly vilified by manipulative ex-husband. Abigail's lips curled, knowing smirk. Devoted? Your Honor, allow me present proof Mrs. Eastwood's so-called dedication. Over next hour, Sarah's facade crumbled under avalanche damning evidence. Surveillance clips showed ushering various men family home under cover night, issuing veiled threats about taking children, displaying blatant neglect toward well-being. Audio recordings captured strategizing ways exploit Jake's PTSD, mapping out potential escape plans. Judge Martinez paused, lifting hand as one particularly incriminating recording played. Was this evidence obtained lawfully? Yes, Your Honor, Abigail confirmed. This state permits single-party consent recordings, and Mr. Riley had legitimate concerns regarding his children's safety. Sarah surged feet, polished veneer shattering. This is violation my privacy. He spied on me in my own house. Our house, Jake corrected, voice calm but firm. Paid for with my military salary, while you entertained your guests. Judge Martinez's stare unyielding. Mrs. Eastwood, these recordings clearly depict you bringing multiple strangers into your home, making custody threats, planning flee state with your children. Are you denying any of this? Your Honor, you don't understand, Sarah stammered. Jake was gone for years playing soldier. I had needs. Judge's gaze turned glacial. And were those needs more important than safety your children? Turned to Jake. Are children present? Would they like testify? Looked to Leo, Delia, voice gentle. It's up you. You don't have to do this. We want to, Leo said firmly, standing. Delia clutched hand, nodded. What followed more damning any recordings. Children painted grim picture home life. Nights spent locked away rooms, while unfamiliar men drifted in, out. Lies spun disguise mother's behavior. Growing realization, they nothing more than accessories carefully curated life. She says she loves us, Delia whispered. But she loves her friends more. When Dad came back, she was angry, because we couldn't pretend anymore. Judge Martinez leaned forward. Pretend? Pretend what? Pretend we didn't know what was happening, Leo clarified. Pretend it was normal hide upstairs while she had her parties. Sarah shot up, face contorted rage. You ungrateful little... Reynolds yanked her back seat before could finish outburst. Judge Martinez's patience reached limit. Mrs. Eastwood, one more outburst. I will hold you contempt. Now, about these travel plans. A business trip, Reynolds answered smoothly. Nothing more. Abigail slid document across table. 3 one-way tickets. Destination, country, no extradition treaty. Booked under falsified names. Heavy silence filled room before Judge exhaled sharply. Given overwhelming evidence, including apparent intent to flee, demonstrated pattern endangerment, I am granting full custody to Mr. Riley. Effective immediately. Mrs. Eastwood, you are surrender your passport. Full hearing will be scheduled next week. Before could finish, ripple vibrations hummed through courtroom as phones lit up notifications. Glanced own screen, confirming Abigail's coordinated release. It's live. Carefully curated illusion Sarah built unraveling real-time. Video exposing her who truly was begun spreading across social media like wildfire. Abigail's voice smooth silk. Your Honor, I believe Mrs. Eastwood might want check her phone. Seems her extracurricular activities are garnering quite audience. Sarah's face drained color as stared screen. Influx comments hammering final nails coffin reputation. "You didn't," whispered, barely audible, wide eyes burning fury as locked onto Jake. But he had, and it was over. Voice calm, weight words carried sharp finality. "You left me no alternative. You threatened my children. Did you really believe I wouldn't fight back everything I had?" Heavy doors courthouse burst open, unleashing flood reporters' eager capture unfolding scandal. Video sent shockwaves through Community Now Talk every social media feed. Sarah's web lies unraveled instant, leaving standing exposed before world. Judge Martinez's gavel came down sharp crack. "Court is adjourned. BFF, escort Mr. Riley and his children through private exit. Mrs. Eastwood remain your attorney. We need review new terms your visitation rights." As led children through secured hallway, Delia's voice, small but steady, cut through tense silence. "It's really over now, isn't it, Dad?" Pulled them close, grip firm, reassuring. "Almost, sweetheart. Almost." Video's reach surpassed expectations. By time pulled driveway, street-clogged news vans. Reporters jostled position eager capture story, deceitful wife exposed military husband's meticulous surveillance. "Keep your heads down," instructed, positioning himself protectively between children, press. "Don't answer anything." Microphone shoved toward him. "Mr. Riley, how long had you been gathering evidence before you made it public? Was your wife planning take children out country? Were cameras installed before or after you discovered her affair?" From front porch, Mrs. Rodriguez took matters own hands. Firm grip garden hose, unleashed jet water at reporters' feet. "Scram, you vultures! These kids have been through enough!" Inside house, shut blinds against barrage camera flashes. Leo's phone vibrating incessantly. Glanced messages. "Tobias says it's everywhere. His mom posted at all her parent groups. Everyone's school is talking about it." Studied son's face. "How do you feel about that?" Exhaled, setting phone aside. "Honestly, I'm tired pretending. At least now everyone knows truth." Delia emerged, clutching diary. "Rachel's mom called," said hesitantly. "She wants know if I can still go Rachel's birthday party next week." Knelt front her. "What exactly did she say?" Carefully opened diary, read aloud. "She said she was sorry for believing Mom's lies about you, and that I'm always welcome at their house." Lips curled gentle smile as squeezed hand. "That sounds perfect." Looked between two girls. "You've both shown so much strength." "More than Mom," Delia whispered. "She always says lying is wrong, but she's biggest liar of all." Words carried painful truth. Before could respond, phone rang unfamiliar number. Stepped away, answer. "You ruined me!" Sarah's voice trembled fury. "My career, my reputation, everything I worked for." Voice ice. "No, you ruined yourself. I just made sure truth came light. I won't let this go. I'll tell court about your PTSD, your paranoia, cameras." "Go ahead," said evenly. "Footage makes it clear why I installed them. Every judge state has now seen you threatening use my PTSD against me, plotting take our kids." "They're mine too." "Not anymore." Voice quiet but firm. "You lost the moment you put your own selfish desires over their safety, when you turned them into pawns for your games." Voice barely registered. "I hate you. Goodbye, Sarah." Ended call, turned see Lisa watching him. "She called, didn't she?" Lisa asked knowingly. They always do, when everything starts falling apart. speaking from experience. Smile tinged sad sadness. Why do you think Tobias only sees his father twice a month? Some people don't understand what they've lost until it's too late. Inside, rhythm childhood continued. Video games, laughter, playful bickering. Over car, Delia, Rachel whispered over notebook, likely perfecting poem. Outside, reporters kept distance under watchful glare. Mrs. Rodriguez. Video continued spread, dismantling carefully constructed lies, exposing harsh realities. Amidst chaos, saw first signs healing taking root. Phone vibrated again. This time message Judge Martinez himself. Just saw latest update on school situation. Emergency hearing moved to tomorrow. Be ready. Gaze shifted between children. Leo framed upstairs window, Delia safe car below. Resolve hardened. Battle wasn't over, but victory within reach. More importantly, healing already begun. Final custody hearing took place. Larger courtroom, packed spectators drawn scandal surrounding Sarah's actions. Sat beside children, watching as Leo instinctively kept protective arm around sister. All rise, bailiff announced as Judge Martinez entered. Gaze swept courtroom, expression stern. Before we begin, Judge said, voice firm, let me make one thing perfectly clear. This is courtroom, not stage theatrics. Any disruption will lead immediate removal. Sarah sat alone defendant's table, legal counsel having abandoned her after latest damning accusations. Absence attorney as telling as tension posture. Still wore designer clothes, but failed mask toll stress. Exhaustion hollowed face past few days. Once woman influence, prestige, now drowning scandal. Legal scrutiny. Judge Martinez's voice rang out, firm, unyielding. Mrs. Eastwood, given newly surfaced evidence concerning your actions, Brighton Academy, this hearing will not only decide custody arrangement, but also examine potential criminal charges. Do you comprehend severity this situation? Hesitated before standing, voice trembling. Your Honor, these allegations are baseless. I would never— Save your defense for criminal proceedings, Judge interrupted sharply. Right now, we are here to discuss custody. Turning opposite side courtroom, addressed Jake. Mr. Riley, your children have expressed wish speak again. Do you consent this? Glanced children before responding, tone gentle. Only if they're sure. Leo first rise, back straight, neatly pressed shirt, reflection composure. We're sure, Dad. It's time stop pretending. Beside him, Delia clutched diary, nodding. I wrote everything down, everything we saw, everything we heard. Mrs. Rodriguez says that makes it official evidence. Judge Martinez gestured them approach. Leo, you may begin. Leaned back seat, gaze filled pride as son took stand. Leo's voice steady, unfazed mother's presence, spoke neglect, parade unfamiliar men, emotional manipulation endured. She didn't care that we noticed. Finished. She thought she could keep us under her control, just like everyone else, but Dad taught us about honesty, about standing up for what's right. Judge then turned to Delia. Would you like share what you wrote? Delia carefully flipped open notebook, voice quiet first, grew stronger each word, as read detailed accounts, dates, conversations, moments exposed mother's deception, but final entry silenced room. Mom says she loves us, Delia read aloud. But real love doesn't hurt people on purpose. Real love doesn't make you hide or lie. Dad says love is about choices we make, and Mom's choices prove who she really loves, herself. Sarah bolted feet, fury twisting face. You ungrateful little... Mrs. Eastwood! Judge Martinez's gavel struck bench-sharp crack. One more outburst, you will be removed. Expressions softened as turned-back children. Thank you both for your bravery. You may return your father. As Delia settled beside him, whispered anxiously. Did I do okay? Squeezed hand gently. You were perfect, both of you. Abigail Pierce stepped forward, presenting thick file judge. Your Honor, we have submitted additional evidence confirming Mrs. Eastwood's recent attempt flee with children, history using Mr. Riley's PTSD against him, continued introduction dangerous individuals into their home. Given these concerns, along with concurrent criminal investigation, we formally request that Mr. Riley be granted permanent sole custody, no visitation rights for Mrs. Eastwood. Sarah sprang up again. Objection! You can't take my children from me. Jake has poisoned them against me with his paranoia. Before Judge could respond, Leo spoke once more, voice unwavering. Only poison here, Mom, is way you treat people. Way you lie, manipulate, hurt everyone around you. Sarah's demeanor shifted instantly. Sweetheart, you don't understand. I understand perfectly. Leo cut her off, young face resolute. We all do. That's why we chose Dad. He may have been away war, but he never stopped loving us. You were here whole time, but you only ever loved yourself. Heavy silence blanketed courtroom. Judge Martinez studied Sarah as if seeing her first time, without veiled deception. Based on evidence presented, Judge declared, including Mrs. Eastwood's flight risk, documented endangerment children, ongoing criminal investigation, I am awarding permanent sole custody to Mr. Riley. Mrs. Eastwood will have no visitation rights, unless after resolution criminal proceedings, supervised visitation is deemed appropriate. Wail disbelief tore from Sarah's throat. No, you can't do this. They're my children. Met gaze, voice calm but resolute. They were your children, but every time you chose yourself over them, every time you brought strangers into their home, every time you used them as pawns your games, you lost them. Judge Martinez nodded solemnly. Mrs. Eastwood, it's time face consequences your actions. Bailiff, escort her out. Law enforcement is waiting. Discuss Brighton Academy case. Sarah's protests faded as led from room, pulled children close, holding them as Delia's quiet tears dampened shirt. After moment, looked up, eyes bright despite sadness. Can we go home now, Dad? Asked softly. I want finish my poem, one about telling truth, being brave. Smiled, pressing kiss-top head. Of course, Princess. Gathering belongings, nodded gratefully toward Abigail. Then, hand-in-hand children, walked out courtroom toward future finally free shadows. Let's go home. Outside courthouse, reporters pressed forward, cameras flashing, voices clamoring statement, but Mrs. Rodriguez anticipated chaos. Gathered group neighborhood parents, forming human barricade shielded Jake, children from prying eyes. Together, moved swiftly, keeping path clear as Jake ushered kids' car, shut door behind them. Dad? Leo's voice hesitant as pulled away curb. Are we finally safe now? Meeting son's gaze rearview mirror, saw quiet resilience carried them through storm. Yeah, kiddo, we're safe, we're honest, and we're together. That's what matters most. No more pretending, Delia murmured back seat, voice barely whisper. Gave firm nod. No more pretending, no more secrets, no more running. Truth torn through world, unraveling carefully constructed lies, exposing painful wounds. Been brutal. As drove toward home, knew cost been worth it. Gained something irreplaceable. Freedom be themselves, heal, rebuild, battle over. Now real journey could begin. 3 months passed since custody ruling. Media storm gradually died down, fading background everyday life. Sat bleachers, local park, watching Leo move across soccer field ease. Boy natural, confidence shining through every kick, pass. "Dad, did you see that save?" Leo called out, breathless excitement. Grinned. "Flawless, buddy." Transformation, Leo striking. Cautious, tense child once carried weight. Too many adult burdens blossomed carefree 10-year-old, finally able just be kid. "He's come long way," Coach Matthews observed, taking seat beside him. "Whole team has. Honestly, it's amazing what kids can do when they don't have carry grown-up troubles." Glanced Coach, speaking experience? Nodded. "My parents' divorce was messy. Took me years stop blaming myself. But your kids, they're healing because you gave them something I never had." "What's that?" "Truth. No sugarcoating, no false promises, just honesty. Steady hand guide them." Phone vibrated pocket. Message from Mrs. Rodriguez lit screen. "Delia's poetry reading was triumph. Heading home now. She can't wait show you her certificate." Another notification followed, this time from Abigail Pierce. "Sarah took plea deal. Minimum 5 years. No contact with minors. Brighton Academy scandal sealed it." Coach Matthews caught shift expression. "Good news?" "Best kind. Kind let's finally move forward." As practice wrapped up, Leo sprinted toward him, face flushed exertion. "Dad, Coach says I'm ready for travel team tryouts next month." Pulled him side hug, ignoring sweat. "That's incredible, kiddo. Your sister had big day too. Her poem won first place." Leo's face lit up. "One about truth, courage. She worked so hard on that." As walked car, Leo chattered about practice, teammates. Lingering tension once clouded lives, fear Sarah's next move, pressure public scrutiny, finally lifted. In its place, ordinary worries, kind came growing up, not survival. Home felt different now too. Repainted entire house, letting kids pick own room colors. Delia chose serene ocean blue. Leo went deep green, shade soccer field dusk. Transformed master bedroom study, reading nook, opting move smaller guest room. Intentional step toward leaving past behind. As pulled driveway, front door flew open, Delia dashed outside, waving piece paper. "Dad! Daddy! I won! And my poem's getting published school newsletter!" Scooped her up as leaped into arms. "That's amazing, sweetheart. Tell us everything." Inside, scent home-cooked food filled air. Mrs. Rodriguez had dinner waiting, now traditional Thursday night gathering, become more than neighbor, family, constant presence lives. "You should have seen her," Mrs. Rodriguez said as settled around table. She stood up there, read that poem like she owned stage, not single dry eye room. "Can I read it you, Dad?" Delia asked eagerly, already flipping open folder. Smiled. "I'd love that." For first time, long time, world no longer shaped fear, uncertainty. Past behind them, future theirs build.